Hey everybody, how you doing? Going through a couple Excel things today in terms of formatting. Basically, we're fixing a document that somebody sent us, because of course we wouldn't send something out like this, that the formatting is terrible. It's kind of a combination of different documents. It doesn't look good. It's hard to work with. And you know, if you send it off, it's not going to look good for you. So someone slapped it together. Here you go. Bing, bang, boom. Now we've got to clean it up. What we're going to do, go through a couple examples here, and then we'll do all of them combined. But quickly, what we're going to do, basically look at this. We'll see number one, formatting, what we received. We got a bunch of different capitalizations. Somebody didn't remember to turn their caps lock off. Maybe a key broke, supposedly. It doesn't matter. It looks terrible, and it's not going to fly. What you want to do is this one on the column 2 here. So we're going to get it to where everything is proper, but we aren't going to type it out again. That's a waste of our time. We have better things to do, much better things to do. And if I had to retype it, I'd probably be pretty upset about it. Anyway, then after that, we'll see how you can get it to where you can manipulate that data. We'll go through that on each of these examples. We'll do it fairly quickly. So, color. This will be the column name. We want it to be this. So, what we're going to do equals proper, as in this needs to be formatted properly. And then click what we want, close the parentheses, hit enter. And then we can do it again. There, close the parentheses. Yep. Yep. And we can do that all down a bunch of these. So, one other thing that we can do, say we do it for the first one, but let's say we have 3,000 different items here, and they're all terrible, or maybe half of them are, some of them are, it doesn't matter. Or you just don't want to go through all of them and pick each one out because you don't have the time. You get a bunch of different deadlines, people are barking at you, and so on. So we'll do this. It's called flash fill. Same process we just did, equals proper. We pick that. We have it. And we can either do the old copy, Control C, highlight that, paste, and we have it. Or you can do this beauty. Proper, you've got that. You just look at this little nub on the bottom here, this little square. It turns into the icon, goes from the crosshair to the inverted one. Double click, wham, flash fill. If you have 3,000 columns of data, guess what? It's going to do the same thing. We'll go through a quick example on that too, right down here. It's going to be easy. It works with any formatting. It's awesome. But let's say I need this to, I've got to send it off on a report. I have to put it on another spreadsheet. I'm just going to format it, paste it somewhere else. That way I've got it clean how I want to do it. So you can either go equals that one. Yeah, okay. And we'll flash fill it again. Okay. But we want to paste that. Oh, it doesn't show up. So what we can work with is a value. So we'll just highlight it, or you can click Shift, Control, and down, copy, and you can either right-click, you'll get all these paste options here. Just think values, I can build stuff with those. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Paste options, 1, 2, 3, values. And guess what? They're the actual words. It's not this equation. It's not this screwed up formatting. So boom, all you do, if we're doing it again, equals proper, that one, copy, or flash fill, do that, paste values, and voila. I can do that, I can do that, and you've got data you can work with. So it doesn't just work with words. So right here, let's say I need to count. It's got to be numeric. So we have a bunch of different quirks in this data. This one looks okay with what we have. But, well, let's get rid of the decimal for now. Never mind. Okay, so we want to count. First, this is screwed up. Great. Same guy sent it to us. Equals proper. If I could type, that would help. And there we go. And then here, what do we want? We can go equal, actually, better idea. So you see these values up here, right in here? They're all different. This one, decimal, no decimal, whole numbers, all that. But this one's got a whole bunch of them. So do we want a round or no? So this one, all we're going to do, we can copy it, paste it again, number. But you see how they're formatted. That's general, general, and I'm talking up here, general, general. That's usually why you'll see things different. This will give you an indicator. Boom. And we make them all number. And there we go. But hey, we want a comma. Okay, right here. Wham! Everything that needs a comma has a comma. Ah, we don't want decimals now. So we'll go here, click, click, problem solved. Oh, boss, you want decimals? Okay, there you go. Oh, only one. Okay, there it is. This one, they need to be in a percentage. But guess what? Oh, and also this, once we get these, again, we'll do the copy. Then we can do paste special, paste values. And we have that, that. But if the formatting isn't correct, we again just go right here, number, and 1 decimal for the boss. There it is. Oh, forgot the comma. No problem. And here, what we want to do is proper. So there we go. We have that one all set. And here we want percentages. So just take these. And this one's easy. Just hit that. Chapow. There it is. So copy, and then we'll paste the values again. And we've still got them. But hey, no decimals on the percentages. So again up here, bang, bang, you're done. Dollars. So first thing we'll do, proper, there it is. And here we want dollars. So we have these again, we'll move them here, and we'll just hit this. Great, there it is. The accounting. Now if you want the dollar signs to be closer, more like the way you probably write it out instead of see it on a ledger, drop down, and then you go currency. And there it is. Just really depends on what you're looking for. Also, there's a little shortcut here. So let's say it's in percentage. It's got to be dollars. If you hold Shift Control and you hit 4, there it is. On the keyboard, the 1 goes numbers, 2 time. This is with Shift Control held down for all these. 3 a date. 4 currency. But remember this. All we do is copy, paste values again. Oh no, they're not there. Shift Control and 4. Problem solved. And this one, okay, let's say you've got that quirky person in accounting and they don't like to do the normal convention that you've always been taught or maybe you've seen. And instead of, let's say, you go here, you need to put it in currency. Okay, so we'll do that. Shift Control 4. Oh, none of them are working. Uh-oh. Well, let's hit it here. Crud, accounting doesn't work. Okay, maybe number. Doesn't work either, except for moving some stuff over, but they still don't give me an indicator. Well, what's the issue? Well, let's take a look. There's some spaces in this. There's also a comma here instead of the period. There's a space here. So this could be 10,134. It could be 101.34. It just depends on what we want to do. So, excuse me. We'll look at this, and right now we'll assume that everything that has a period is good. Everything that doesn't have a period can be removed. So, and the comma we'll make into a period. So a bunch of formatting, a bunch of different operations. You could click in it, change it, click in it, change it, click in it, change it. But if you have 3,000 lines of data, it's not going to be feasible in a day, or who knows, depending how fast you are, you know? So what we'll do here, we select everything we want. We go right up here, find and select. We want to replace. You can also use Control H, just like it flashed up here. But right now, what we want to do, we want to find spaces. So we hit a space right on our keyboard. Then what we're going to replace that space with, let's try a comma for now. Okay, comma. And then we'll just go replace. So what we have highlighted here will be replaced when we hit replace. Well, there we go. That was embarrassing. So what we're going to do on that, we've removed all the spaces. We have that, but ooh, guess what? We've got a comma, we've got another comma, and we have the period in between. So we had 2 spaces here, it looks like, and we had a few extras. All right. So let's say the commas need to go. We'll do the same thing, find and select, and we will go to replace any of these, let's see, the commas we want to replace with nothing. So we just delete what's in there. Replace. Okay, replace. You see how it's going down one at a time? And there we go. Okay, so we'll close. But it's got to be in currency. So we'll do Shift Control and 4. Problem solved. So that is what we want, and that is something we can work with. We look up here, you'll see 494.83 formatted as currency right there. Problem solved. So this one, let's say there's a random sample. We'll just go random number generator here. Okay. So that's percentage, but we want it numeric. Okay. So let's copy it down. And anytime you use rand, if you want another number, you just hit F9. There you go. There you go. Or if you enter something here and hit enter, it'll give you another one. So they will always change between a value of 0 and 1. So these right here, let's say they're a bunch of different crazy examples that are of no use to us. And you get a spreadsheet that for some reason looks like either someone figured out how to do it in their first time in Excel, or it's just maybe data got corrupted. Who knows? Things always happen. But again, numeric, hey, number, and there it is. Oh, we've got a border, so we'll click on that. Borders, and no borders right there. But let's say we have actually better idea. So here, just for the sake of argument, that plus 1, okay. So what we have is, I see. So I went as far down as I could, wanted to see what it was, and it makes sense now why it was taking so long anyway, just because, guess what, it was over 1 million lines of data, and we'll format it as a number. Okay, why not? When you're using large data sets like that, that will happen pretty often. It takes a while to update the spreadsheet, because right now it's trying to update, see, count of over, what, over 1 million cells. That's, 1,048,000. Okay. So we have random numbers, and we need to fill these. Let's say there's some kind of data we've got to get. All right, whatever. So here we have 1 million random numbers, a little over. So every time we hit F9, they all change. Okay, fair enough. So boss says, I want them all in percentages. No problem. You can go here, you can go here, percentage, percentage, percentage. Oops, I missed one, percentage. Okay, or we can just do this. You can hit this button here, Format Painter. Then we use our friend Shift Control and hit the down arrow on the keyboard. And there you go. We formatted over 1,048,000 rows in less than 2 seconds. So that's what you can do with this. It's pretty cool. I like it. Formatting has saved my life a lot of times, but for the sake of speed, I'm going to delete these because the spreadsheet will die on me. So we'll go to the other tab. We have a combination of messed up things here. So the first thing we can do, I usually take something like this. Now let's say there's a new spreadsheet we wanted. We would open our new spreadsheet, not just a tab like this, but maybe you'll open a new one because you got the first one sent to you. It's always a good idea. Right click, paste values. So you have your data here. We'll widen it. And how are we going to clean it up? All right. So what we'll do first is you're going to go equals proper, the first one we learned, right there. Okay. But since it's a relative reference, there's no $signs in this. We can copy it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And hey, we got everything there. But we're going to make sure everything else is there. All right. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, but we want the rest of them here. And that's why we used a relative reference. We'll just highlight this, paste. What do you know? We trimmed out all that, so that one's pretty much good. A lot of these are decent. So these we'll have to change, we'll have to change, we'll have to change, and so on. But it's all still proper if you look right here. So again, we do our old friend, copy, paste values. Okay, and these show up when there's formatting errors. You can turn them on or off if you want in the options up here. So what you're going to do here, we want these as numbers. So we can do that. Number. Okay. Now, it doesn't show that. What's the error? Let's click it. The number is stored as text. So sometimes you get lucky. You do this. Okay. So that saved a good amount of them. These are not as text, so we're going to want to do that. There it is. Count. We're going to go numeric. That's what we wanted. But hey, 1 decimal, right? Oh yeah, that's right. Percentage. Hey, dollars. We'll use currency, Shift Control 4, or you can hit accounting right here, or do a drop down for currency. Spaces. Oh no, someone put spaces in this. Find, replace. We're going to find a space and replace it with nothing. So we're just going to eliminate them. Go replace. Yeah. Replace all. There we go. Okay. So then we'll go here. Okay, we want the commas to become periods wherever they exist. So we delete this, comma, decimal. And you'll see it goes right down the list. So there we go. There's no more. Good. So we have this. We want that as accounting. So we can go here and bang. And even if, let's say, you want to make it look a little nicer, pizzazz it up a little bit, you can add a table. So what I like to do is Control-T. It highlights everything in that range. Enter. Voila. You've got something nice that looks like you spent some time formatting on it, and it did not take you very long at all.